Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. It is early in the morning, the kids have just gone off to school. It's about a little bit of my life that I have some quiet time today in the schedule, so I'm here for the second video of the day. If you're new to the channel, if you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing to Guns and Gadgets. It's one of the fastest growing channels there is regarding the Second Amendment. It's the primary source of Second Amendment news here on YouTube and other platforms, and I owe it all to you, the viewers. We just went by 195,000 subscribers, and to show you how much I'm into this, if you're new and considering subscribing, put out 67 videos in the month of January alone. That's more than some channels do in a year. So that is how much stuff is happening in the Second Amendment world. How many of those videos are infringements? A vast majority of them. So if you want to stay up on what's going on in all corners of the country, subscribe to Guns and Gadgets. Really, it's your source for Second Amendment news. So I want to thank the sponsor of today's news, that is Gun Pro Deals. They have fantastic deals on all kinds of tools and things we of the Second Amendment love. Let's go to a state that you really don't hear a lot from. It is a shall-issue state. Let's go to Nebraska. Nebraska has two bills right now sitting in the legislature that are pretty bad. I mean, if you watch this channel, you hear, oh yeah, stuff's happening everywhere. But for Nebraska, this is big. The two bills, I'll have links down below. The first one, it's LB 816. They call them Legislature Bill 816. Again, a link down below. And this is basically an assault weapon ban. This would remove the use of semi-automatic rifles, shotguns, and pistols if this were to pass. Again, there's no need for this. This does nothing to address the criminal on the corner, doing whatever he's doing. That's why they're criminals. They don't follow the law. These laws are just nothing more than obvious infringements, obvious violations of the oath the legislators took, and they need to be called out and held accountable. Also, if you're new here, what I like to do is I'll give you links down below to these bills if this happens to be your state, if you live in Nebraska, but I'll also have a link down below so that you can actually do something. I'll have links to find who your legislator is, and if a bill is in committee, I'll have the link down below so you can contact committee members as well. So if you're watching these videos, always check the description area because there's usually valuable information down there. Now, the next bill that has been submitted in Nebraska is LB 58. LB 58 is the gun confiscation law. They call it the Extreme Risk Protection Order, the red flag, however you want to phrase it. It's a gun confiscation from law-abiding citizens. This is the Take the Guns First, Due Process Second bill that is sweeping the nation like nobody's business. States are begging for this bill to become law in every state in the union. Now, I've been talking about the red flag laws, or the red flag bills, for over 2 years now, because the first one that was submitted, they're all paid for by Michael Bloomberg, but the first one that was submitted, I saw the blueprint, and when I saw how the legislators of the first couple states were reacting, like, yes, this is it, this is what we're going to do, and it slowly morphed into the, oh, we got to stop suicides, or some people are dangerous and we just want to help them in their time of need. But if you read these bills like I do, I read a lot of bills, it's really boring and tedious, but you'll see that in a majority of these bills there's no mention of what to do if it was actually somebody who is in crisis for a mental health scenario. It is strictly get the guns. And in a lot of these bills, in a lot of these states, you don't know what's going on. It's an ex parte hearing, which means somebody goes to a judge, usually police, or depending on the state. If it's like California, then the mailman can petition for a red flag. If it's in like Florida, then the boogeyman can could try to get a red flag bill or red flag order on you. You don't get to know who does it in a lot of states. You don't get to defend yourself in court. You don't get to do anything until after the fact. They come and take your guns, usually under cover of night. And there is nothing in this law that follows the Constitution. It is a blatant violation of all of the Bills of Rights. Really, if you read the bills and then you read the Bill of Rights, it should be like, poof, wow, this can't be. But the legislators, they don't care. They're usually taking that money from Bloomberg, or as he says his name, Bloomberg, You know, the guy spent over 10 million, almost $11 million last night in a Super Bowl ad that told every gullible clown in the world that guns are bad. You know, it's terrible. So I wanted to let everybody know that Nebraska, you are also not out of the woods. You're not going to be left alone. They want an AWB and a red flag in your state. So check the links in the description. They will be of value if you live in Nebraska. And if you are, like I said, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to Guns and Gadgets. This is where you're going to get all of the news on the Second Amendment, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, right here. Please thumbs up the videos you watch. That helps YouTube show them the more, because they shadow ban is real over here. Real. Like, for instance, I don't even put videos up and they're already demonetized. They just want to suppress everything. So hit that bell icon and share them with your friends. That's how we spread the news, is person to person, because if we wait for, you know, CNN to do it, we're going to die holding our breath. So until we see each other again, I am Jared, the humble host of Guns and Gadgets. I hope to see you on the next video. Be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. Have a fantastic day, everybody.